Welcome to On Air with Kash. Our guest today is an award-winning singer-songwriter from Los Angeles. In 2017, she was selected as the youngest female contestant ever for the reality TV series NBC's The Voice. Her new single, Make It Out Alive, for the feature film Mad World is coming out on May 21st. Please welcome Trinity Rose.
Thank you, Kash. I'm happy to be here.
So great to have you on, Trinity. My goodness. I mean, you're someone who just doesn't stop. Every time I check out your channel, you've got a new remix, you've got a new music video, and you managed to do it all. What's your secret?
Oh, my secret is probably my mom, because that woman has been here since I was born. She literally gave birth to me and has not stopped working since. She taught me everything I know, and she's helped me every step of the way. As for everything else now, just friends. A lot too. Definitely like with remixes. Lucky Choice literally just made me a remix, and he was like, what do you think? And I'm like, this is great, make me another remix if you can, and then I'll release it like officially and everything. And yeah, it's just people like that, co-writers and everything, that keep you afloat.
Well put. I totally agree with you. I give so much credit to my team and my support network. And I do have to give mad props to my mother. I mean, her from day one as well. She's actually one of the producers on this show. We came up with the idea together. I know you sang Wouldn't It Be Nice by the Beach Boys in American Idol. My mom actually worked for the Beach Boys before I was born.
What? That's amazing.
Oh, she has this album of this party that she put on. It was some sports club in Hollywood, and it was all in a pool. They drained the pool and had the party in the pool.
Oh my God. That sounds incredible. I wish that were me. I saw the Beach Boys like with just like one original member, and I was like, this is still amazing. I'm just happy to be here. And yeah, I mean, I wish I was around in that time so I could see them like all originally in concert.
Seen them a few times live. I was at an event in Beverly Hills, and Mike Love and some of the original members were up there. So that was always a special experience to see them play.
Yeah, I think I only saw Mike Love, who was a very good time. That guy is so in love with performing.
Definitely. Yeah, I was at one and it was insane. It was Mike Love, and then CeCe DeVille from Poison came up and played. Stamos got up there and I think played guitar. He usually plays drums with them sometimes. So
I saw him play drums. Oh, hell yeah.
Coughing Up Flowers. This was originally released about 2 years ago. It was more folksy, acoustic, and you have this new remix, and I love the video for it too.
The funny thing about that video is that Lucky Choice, he ended up just filming something on his own. He's like, let's make a music video, and he filmed all this incredible footage, and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta film something. So I literally went to this hike near my house and just started white girl dancing. And I got made fun of by my friends a little bit because some of them, one of my friends, Taylor, is a dancer, but I think it was still really fun. And we just had those two pieces of footage and we just cut them together. So that was kind of how that happened.
I've seen you go live in acoustic, and then I've seen you be very poppy. And then just even with these remixes, you're just a well-rounded singer-songwriter who can encompass everything.
Well, thank you. I mean, I just really like working with as many people as possible because everyone has something incredible to bring to the table. No matter what genre you are, there is so much you can learn and so much you can grow from, like by just like doing like an R&B song or a pop song or a dance song.
If I may, Alicia Keys did say that you have a stunning voice.
Oh yeah, that was one of the nicest things anyone, I mean, it's coming from Alicia Keys. Oh my God. I wish I had a video of that audition because they were all so incredibly nice. Yeah, I mean, Alicia Keys saying that was just, I blacked out immediately. Like, oh God, she's one of the best singers in the past like 20 years. Like that felt amazing.
Oh, that's incredible. I know, to be on stage and live like that, and then to have a compliment from an icon that you look up to like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best stuff. It's like for American Idol, there was also Lionel Richie who like was really complimenting like certain things about my songwriting and voice. I'm like, you are the best songwriter ever. Like, are you kidding me? You're telling me that? No, that Lionel Richie was so nice. I don't know how I even got any compliments from that god of a man.
Oh my God, that's incredible. I know, actually a long time ago, I was at we're at a Christmas party and we were doing karaoke, and I I just want you to know I'm not a singer, but I'll do karaoke occasionally.
Of course.
But I would get really animated. So I mean, I'm probably a teenager and I got up and I actually sang Pretty Fly for a White Guy. And I'm just getting into it. I'm jumping and I'm just doing all this crazy stuff. And actually Nicolas Cage was there and I saw him kind of stand up and clap, which meant something. Then people like, did you just, Nicolas Cage got up and clapped. And he came up to me later, he says, in a very he was so cool. He's like, you know, I really dig that singing you do and that stuff. And it was a very like, yeah, that was pretty badass. And I dig the rocker thing. That's awesome. And I was like, dude, I like love your movies and I'm an actor. But he was like, no, be a rock star, man. But anyway,
that is a once in a lifetime experience.
Oh definitely.
Guy.
I know. So I know what it's like to just get one of those compliments from someone that you look up to. And I remember a while back, I had done a voiceover with Slash and I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan. And I had done a voiceover with him, just an audition. He was really cool. I'd met him a few times over the years. And then about a year later, I ran into him again at a concert that he was doing. And I'm guessing he didn't remember me, but he said like, oh, you're Kash. Yeah, no, my son's name is Kash. And I remembered hearing that like a few months after I had met him, named him Kash. So I feel like I kind of need to take credit for that. But
exactly. It's not you. I mean,
the name stuck out. Yeah, it stuck with him. You've had collaborations with Aidan Gallagher.
Yeah, I have.
You were following each other on Instagram. You start collaborating through Skype.
Yeah, I was recording for The Voice and I'd been talking to him about music and all this stuff online. And I got, as soon as I was out of the kind of hold that they keep you in for a month, I was like, let's go say hi to Aidan. And we met up and we went over to Malibu and we just had lunch and I was like, oh my God, we got so much in common. And then we went to a guitar center and then we actually started like playing music together. And I'm like, this is great. We're really clicking here. And I'm like, we should write a song. Let's do something like that. We didn't start in the guitar center, but as soon like I got on a plane, I went back and I started writing something on the guitar. And I would send him stuff and he'd be like, wow, let's do this with the songs. Here's an idea, here's some inspiration, here's some like lyrics that I want to change, like here's like all this stuff. We went to go produce it and it just all suddenly just was coming together. I'm like, wow, okay, like I was like 14, 15 at the time. I'm like, no one ever wants to like commit to something that big that young. So we really were both on the same wavelength there, and we actually got a song done. And I think it took another 2 years to release, but it was worth it when it got released. And yeah, I mean, it just kind of went from there.
And that song was Miss You.
Yes.
Because I've seen the music video, and then I've also seen a few of your live performances online on YouTube. And you could just everything you're saying, I mean, you could tell that the two of you combined, there's magic and there's a definite chemistry. And it's so, I mean, I find that too there's just people that I've worked with for years, had a great relationship. And when you know it, it's instant. And some of these like Ron Robinson, Kathy Cola, we actually all collaborated on a project recently together called Mayhem of the Mind. But it's just, I know what you're talking about, like with you and Aidan, it shows in the work and on stage. And when you get collaborations and colleagues like that, it's just, they're irreplaceable.
Yeah, I mean, I think the most interesting thing about music in particular is that you can really work with very talented musicians and producers and just amazing people, and you can't write with them. You just can't. It doesn't work. It doesn't click. No matter how many times you try to do it, it doesn't work. But then you meet one person, literally meet them once, and it's like, oh my God, we got to do this right now. Just like write a song in like an hour and it's something that gets released. And it's like, that's what it kind of happened with Morning Text. I had met my co-writer for that, Steve DeMar, at this radio show that I was doing. And we were like, okay, you're great. You rap, you've got your own music career going on. How about you come to one of my shows and then afterwards we can like just hang out or write or something. It wasn't like set in stone that we were going to write. But as soon as I got back and he and Macharo, they kind of started playing tons of tracks. And one of them, I was like, yes, we're writing to this right now. An hour, it was done. And I was like, this is great. Oh my God, I love this song. And it was R&B. And I was like, I don't sing like this. And he was like, who cares? And then we recorded it. And then I released it at the beginning of quarantine. So yay.
Oh God, no, I mean, just that process you described of where it's just one thing falls into the next thing. And then you have a product right when we're forced to stay home.
Exactly. I'm so glad that we got that done before quarantine. I'm like, I would have been so stuck if I hadn't done that. Like, and it's just a lot of luck as well that I found like great people to work with, especially before the whole pandemic.
But I mean, luck has something to do with it, but I already know you're an ambitious person. I mean, you go for it. You know, you do The Voice, you do American Idol, you collaborate with people that interest and inspire you. So I think it has something to do with who you are as well.
I think it's a good combination. I think it takes a lot of like work ethic and stuff like that. I am the worst person when it comes to being like, oh, I did a good job at something. So I'm like, it has to be luck. It has to be, I mean, a lot of it is, but it's also just like writing and finding people and meeting people and just working a lot on stuff that doesn't feel like it's rewarding in the moment. And then it becomes something great.
We share that same work ethic because even growing up, my parents were very supportive of what I did, but they were very adamant about, you know, getting an education, showing up to work on time. And so I feel like a lot of that really did help me and make me more disciplined. I feel like you and I have a similar creative process where, I mean, I'm the same way where there's just certain people who I get along with great, but on some level, just the creativity, if it's not there, it's not there as far as us collaborating, but you know, we still get along and respect each other's work. But then when you find someone that you really click with, and I mean, I've made several projects with certain people and we've had lifelong friendships. And I give credit to Kathy, to Ron, to my mother, to everyone on my team who's just been there, and we've all just inspired each other and had a great crew.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes. You never know who you're gonna find, and sometimes it's like your mom, who is wonderful. It's like, wow, it was
I know
great.
after all these years, this is our first collaboration, really. Well, actually, we worked on Mayhem of the Mind together, so that was the first time we did acting together. During quarantine, we're like, well, let's do a show. And you know, I had just taken a comedy class. I wasn't really sure what I was doing, but I was like, you know, I've been getting into podcasts, so let's go. And then I'm enjoying this. I mean, it's been therapeutic for me too. I mean, because I just love creative people. I love sitting down, talking, and getting inside what motivates people that I admire. So this has been really therapeutic for me as well too, while we're at home, and it's been a good way to connect.
Totally. No, I've been meeting a lot of people online on Zoom. Like there's some like radio shows I do, podcasts, and then I just meet people and I'm like, oh my God, we are literally the same person. We've got like so many things in common. Cause this city and this town takes a very certain kind of person. You have to be very resilient. You gotta really work hard, and it's like a whole bunch of things. And a lot of the same type of people come here. And no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, you're probably gonna like connect pretty closely.
Well, even now with Instagram, you can go on and you connect with someone like, oh, this person I just met knows 10 people that I know, and they're connected by and it's just amazing how down the line there is that certain amount of degrees of we all worked on a movie together, or we're at some event together down the line, or had a certain collaboration.
Yeah, exactly. You always have a connection. Like, degrees of separation, I think they're really funny because my friend Elle told me about them, and she's like, yeah, you have 0 degrees of separation from so many people because you just talk to all of these people, or like 1 degree of separation. Like, it's ridiculous how many people, like very famous people online, that I have 0 degrees of separation. And I'm like, that's weird.
So Mad World is currently available right now to stream, and you sing the song Make It Out Alive, and that's being released on May 21st.
Yes, it is. And that the music video is also coming out that same day. And it has footage of the film that it's from, like in between, like me on a green screen. So that was one of the more different music videos I've ever done. I was just trying not to look awkward. Oh. Yeah, I was just walking around singing to the camera, all that fun stuff. But yeah, I wish I could do like a stunt or something.
I actually did 1 green screen. It was for Heavenly Kingdom. So I'm basically in a Prince outfit, and I was just kind of goofy. You said something about your white girl dancing. I was doing white boy dancing, and just so, yeah.
Incredible. That sounds like so much fun, but I feel like if you'd eventually get used to it and it's not as scary, but that first jump.
I have like the first jump that I did, it was like, I go, and then I just did the backflip and I was ready to go.
Hell yeah, that's how you do it.
Fearless, that's how we do it.
Mm-hmm. The remix for Coughing Up Flowers has been out for a couple of weeks, so if you want to listen to that or watch the music video, it's out, and it's on my YouTube channel, Trinity Rose Official, And if you want to find the rest of my music, it's all on my website, www.trinityroseofficial.com. So if you want to see all that, I've got tons of singles out, and the single for Make It Alive is going to be out real soon.
And Trinity is being very modest. She's gained a huge social media following. She has over 200,000 engaged Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube subscribers with over 3 million views and 500,000 weekly impressions. Her music videos of her original compositions have been selected and won at several national film festivals. Follow her on Instagram. Follow and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Right now, you need to go on iTunes and download her music. Her new single, Make It Out Alive, for the feature film Mad World is going to be available May 21st. Download it, watch the music video. Trinity, I can't thank you enough for your time today. I really admire you as a songwriter, as a performer, as a person. I really admire your work ethic, your ambition, your talent, and you're someone who just goes for it. I like that you give so much credit to the people around you. And really, I mean, every time you get up on the stage, you surprise me with something new, and just keep going with this incredible career of yours. I'm so inspired by you.
Thank you, Kash. Thank you for this. You mentioned the impressions and the people on Instagram and all my social medias. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to them. I've had a lot of amazing supporters throughout the past few years, and it's just growing and growing. And I just want to show my love and happiness that they're all supporting me and watching my music career. And hopefully they'll like that I'm actually releasing a new single after a year. But you're getting content, yay! And eventually I'll have an EP for you guys, I swear. I'm doing a show on 29th at the Café de la Plage in Malibu. If anyone's around the Malibu area, I'm going to be social distance doing like a 2-hour set.
You heard her. You want to see her live? May 29th, Café de la Plage in Malibu. On May 21st, watch her new music video and follow her on social media. Trinity, I can't thank you enough for your time. You keep rocking and you keep inspiring everyone.
Thank you, Kash. Thank you for this. And I love what you're doing. And I hope I can be part of it in the future.
Exactly. Hey, there's going to be a Kash and Trinity collaboration in the future.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We're on. It's a done deal. Thank you so much for rocking out with me and Trinity Rose today. You are on air with Kash.